Welcome to the Center of Light with spiritual teacher, intuitive, musician, composer, and best-selling author of The Divine Principle, Anchoring Heaven on Earth, your host, Keith Anthony Blanchard.
Hello, my beautiful soul friends. Happy New Year's Eve to you. Y'all know who I am, Keith Anthony Blanchard here. I know who you are because we are connected. We are aligned. We are in love. Having some spiritual, juicy sex. It's good to see everyone. I have a beautiful story to tell you tonight. This beautiful story, though it happened to me in the physical, this story really is about you. You. I'm your brother. We are a reflection of each other. I'm just going to tell you how it all went down. Past lives, reincarnation. At one time, you were Abraham Lincoln. Your consciousness is just isn't there anymore. Unless you are enlightened and you can shift into that experience. At one time, ironically, paradoxically, exclude the word time, at one time, you were Jesus Christ. At one time, well, in this case, at one time, you were me going to India to see Sathya Sai Baba. It's just that I'm living this conscious experience now. Yours may have happened before. Yours may be yet to come. Remove time and space out of all that. Yours is happening right now. As to why this reflection of what you know as me is happening, and I'm bringing it to you. Melanie, thank you for sharing today. She said, Keith, thank you for sharing this beautiful story. You're welcome. I'm over the crud, the cold. I didn't have a cold. I didn't have the flu. I don't understand this thing that people call ascension sickness, ascension symptoms. Maybe because I don't have it. I know I had the crud. I understand the idea of how it can bring things up. But boy, when I get a cold or whatever it is that people can get, it lingers with me. It lingers. Maybe I need to learn the lesson a little more about letting go of certain beliefs and literally up my immune system. Welcome to the presentation tonight, y'all. My dear sister, friend, beautiful Anjana. And I know Anjana, right now she's going, oh. You can laugh, dear. It's okay. My sister, my Bahan, in Sai. In Sai means my sister in God. Sai is mother. Baba is father. Like in the Bible, Abba is father. Well, in the Bible, they don't really talk about the other, quote, most important half, which is the divine feminine. And my sister Anjana is here, and I love her. So much magic happens around Anjana. For example, she's like, Keith, please stop. I'm not going to stop. I love you and you deserve your kudos. She brought, I don't mean this to desecrate. I'm going to use the word on purpose. She brought this into my life. What is the this? This is the beauty of India. This is the heart of the earth. Ooh, dear Lord, would just move through me. One moment. I want to show you another picture of this beautiful, divine man. This is light phenomena surrounding Swamiji. This is not photoshopped. It is not photoshopped. Don't sully the sacred. Thank you, Anjana, for everything you are and everything you offer to me as a beautiful possibility. I love you. I want to acknowledge everyone, as I always do. Mylan, Sonia, Melanie, Anjana, Kelly, Sharon Turkle. I knew she would be here. Sharon, I knew you would be here. Sharon is a Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba devotee, fan as well. She has a beautiful story she told me. She had this picture frame made out of triangular mirrors, and they were silver like a mirror normally would be. Sharon, if I'm telling this story somewhat correctly, just send me an exclamation point. And had a picture of Satya Sai Baba in it. And one morning she woke up, or one day she looked at it. And those pieces of mirror that made the frame, all these triangular, there was hundreds of them. It made the frame. It was very cute. From what normal mirror looks like silver, they turned gold. And there was this vibhuti ash that manifested on this picture. This is vibhuti ash manifested at will, spontaneously, by Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. And this vibhuti ash began to materialize on this picture. So what she did, gently, she took the picture and well, not the picture, but the ash, and she turned it around so it'd be on the inside and sealed forever. Sharon, would this be correct? The best I can recollect. She says, exclamation point. Send hubby my love. Give him a kiss on his face and say, Keith said to do this. And if he feels weird about it, kiss him on the other side. Hi, Jamie. Jamie, I will pray for you. Jamie says, I was wondering if you could pray for me. Depression and anxiety have a hold on me. Jamie, contact me as soon as tomorrow. I will work with you on depression and anxiety, no charge. Okay? Everyone, if you would, hold space for Jamie Lee Farrer. Hi, Paula. Anjana says, I'm just a conduit, love. I'm just a conduit, love you so much. I love you, dear. Anjana and Sharon said, Saidam. What does that mean? It's not pigeon-held. It means various things. It means hello. It means I love you. It means excuse me. It means forgive me. It means goodbye. Saidam. Saidam. It's all the intention, and you can tell the intention because you know the dialogue, the unspoken dialogue. You've been talking with someone for 20 minutes and you're leaving each other, and you say Saidam, obviously it means goodbye. So forth and so on. Sharon says, yes. Tonight it is very possible, I'm going to say probable, I am going to get emotional. Why? And it's happening now. It was the beginning of my true awakening. To be called to an avatar, which translates to divine descent, God on earth. And the story I'm going to impart to you tonight is going to paint that picture in such a beautiful, powerful way. Why did I put the ash in my forehead with this finger? Anjana can maybe tell me, Anjana, why is it this finger? There are many reasons. There's probably an actual one or a couple reasons why one would put this vibhuti ash that Sai Baba manifests out of his hand at will or on the picture if your devotion is strong enough. For me, it's simply an excuse to say, God, I'm using this ash, this ritual, this excuse on my third eye so that not only could I connect with you Please let me see you in all directions of my life. And you eat the rest. You taste the rest in your tongue. You're thinking, ash, oh my God, this must taste terrible. It tastes like nectar. It tastes like flowers and beyond. It's so deep and so rich and so powerful. It's been known to heal people of cancer, so forth and so on. Tonight we're going to talk about my last release, For the Love of God, A Spiritual Journey. Tonight's presentation is Mother India, My Sojourn to Earth's Heart. America is known as the brain of the world. India is known as the heart. We're going to be here for a while. Announcements. Hi, Carmen Shah. I got it right this time, Carmen. Hi, Carmen Shasha. All right. Jamie Lee says, holds Keith in a tight hug. Sweet Pea, I love you. You're my sister. And without you being in this universe, none of us can exist. None. That's a spiritual fact. It's a spiritual law. A few announcements. Tomorrow night, oh my God, I could go out and socialize, but I don't want to. I want to sensualize, spiritualize with you. This is going to be a 3 to 4 hour presentation tomorrow night. Because we're going to hang out from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Maybe 12:30. We're going to ring in the new year together. I have lots of bells and whistles coming. I'm going to share with you. I'm not going to tell you anything. Tomorrow night is called The Year of the Pig from Chinese Zodiac. But what's really cool about it, I had a few other titles. One title I was going to use was, and so now it begins, and a few others. But then I researched the Year of the Pig, and oh my God, the alignment of what it stands for as to why I'm doing this presentation tomorrow night is fascinating. 9 o'clock. Share this to you all. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Hannah. Share this to you all, please, if you feel it. Somewhere in here you will find my links to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Give me thumbs up on my presentations. Leave me some comments. There's a donate button in here. Donate link to support my tour. Thank you. Notify me when Keith Goes Live is in here somewhere. World Religion Day. I am going to be the Director of Community Outreach January 20th at the Caritas Village, 2 to 4 p.m. in Memphis, Tennessee. So tomorrow night, we're going to have a bunch of fun. Again, that title for that presentation is the Year of the Pig. This is going to be because I am going to intentionally call in divine masters. Satya Sai Baba, which we're going to learn more about tonight. My present day Lord and Master. They're all my lords. Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Krishna. It's all my Lord. But living on this earth today is Swamiji Visvayogi. I'm going to call in all the divine masters. As many as I can think of. New Year's Eve celebration, initiation, integration, and graduation. Hi, Mary. I love all you crazy people just like me. So tonight, let me give you a little bit of insight of what's happening. This is my absolute favorite picture of this avatar behind me in my window. Satya Sai Baba is the highest, don't take it out of context, incarnation of God to ever come to the earth. Doesn't mean he's higher than Jesus. It doesn't mean he's higher than, it's not what I mean. What I mean highest, he is the effulgent, he is the Godhead personified on the earth. Jesus went through the process of becoming one with God. Buddha went through the process of becoming one with God. Paramahansa went through the process of becoming one with God. Swamiji Visvayogi, somewhat, not so much. Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, which his presentation is about tonight, is an absolute pillar on this light, and that came to this earth. The it of it all. There's nothing else. Infinity in form of consciousness. It's infinity consciousness. All the other avatars are as well. I want to show you my absolute favorite picture of him when he was younger. I love this picture. I love this picture because it incorporates all religion. Satya Sai Baba is the divine flame in all religion. Anjana, if you would please help me. What is this image called? Is it a swarupa? Which is what I just explained. Each one of these petals on this lotus flower chain pendant, it has an insignia of a different religion. And in the middle of this is a divine torch, which is God, which is the fire in all religion. So there's no point in squabbling, fighting, hating, warring, terrorizing. Here's another beautiful picture of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. If you look in his left hand, you'll see he's holding a lot of letters, envelopes, mail. Though he knows what's on these letters before he ever opens them up. He does. Trust me. He reads them anyway. Because of your devotion to him, he equals the devotion back to you. Take one step towards God, God takes 100 towards you. This beautiful little boy is so intelligent and so spiritually adept. He knows to humble himself to the master. And it's not really about worshiping a deity. It's about understanding that through humility, you open yourself up to the light of the deity and now are able to become one in divine consciousness with the deity. It's not rocket science. If you're an electrician, you humble yourself to the professor that's teaching you the art of electricity so that one day you can make the big bucks and become an electrician. There's no difference here. But later I'm going to share with you a beautiful story about when I had the opportunity in Kuwan Hall while I was in Mother India to kiss Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba's feet. Wow! Let me read the comments from Anjana. Tanya says, I'm the pig in Chinese. Hey, sis. All right. Hello, Nathan. Pri. Anjana says, each petal shows the symbol of the various religion. Signifies we are all connected by one light. I want to reveal to you two videos real quick. I know this seems off-putting. It's not intended that way. It's very important. It's not about aliens. It's not about UFOs. My Hindi friends, please don't leave the presentation if you choose not to. We're not going to last long on this. It's about bringing forth the power and the majesty of the cosmic awareness that is happening now, come 2019, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24. It's going to exponentiate that we as divine cosmic brothers and sisters from all over this universe, it's the divine will and law that we're going to line up and unite as a cosmic family. I'm going to show you two quick videos. I'm going to come back with the presentation, okay? This is some phenomena that is happening in America right now, at least for a start. The first one was in New York, and the second one was in South Louisiana. Many people are going to attribute to this, well, Keith, these kinds of things happen. This is different. Many people say they have been out there and experienced these things, and they saw pretty phenomenal things in the sky, UFOs. Some people may say, well, it's because the sun, S-U-N, S-O-N, the sun is bringing forth powerful bursts of light, hence these presentations, powerful bursts of energy. I don't really have a say. I will do my research. Check it out. Stick around. We'll continue the presentation. I love you. Tonight's presentation is Mother Earth, my sojourn to the Earth's heart. I love the sound of that. Check out these videos. So I saw that people were wondering, was this an alien invasion? That's people who are not illuminated and aware of themselves. And so they go to these nonsense ideas. That's not what this is about. Here's what happened in Kenner, Louisiana. Now, people will say that some of these extraterrestrials, the highly intelligent ones, need sometimes, you drive down the expressway and there's an accident on the expressway and you look at your gas gauge and you're low on fuel, and you need to get to a station, and you need gas, you need fuel, you need energy. Some people are saying, experts in the field are saying that, some behind the military say that often aliens use energy that is able on Earth to refuel, so to speak. This is what happened in Kenner, Louisiana, my neck of the woods of where I grew up.
What I witnessed last night.
Holy shit, I feel like I
Did you get any of it?
No, I missed all of it.
Oh, there's some.
That was so bad.
I missed it all
That was
of it.
awesome.
I
There's
missed
some
it
more.
all.
No.
It started going on to this
Look, it
one.
came on with that
Yeah.
shit. Fucking on those poles.
Holy
bad.
shit, I saw it when
I
you were
wonder
opening
if
the
someone
door.
hit it.
It was
Did
bad.
someone wreck into it?
I don't know. I'm gonna look. That's crazy. Thought we were late to the party. Oh. Yeah. That shit was.
How is this part of a presentation about Mother India? Mother India is part of this experience. It's happening all over the world. What is the it? The it, as is said many times in my presentations, soon it will become mandatory to meditate upon the enigma of God and what you think to be divine. This is the preciousness of the time we're living in. Before I go to commercial break with a Lavender Soul song, the music you're going to hear tonight is from Lavender Soul. We're starting a new album. Members of the Memphis Symphony Orchestra, if you're interested in a copy of this beautiful music, oh my God, contact me. Keith, I want a copy of the CD. My 12-week course. Tomorrow's the last day. I don't know if I have any other books other than this one, but I can always send you the audio book or the PDF file. Sign up now. 12-week course, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. Before I go to commercial break, I want to share with you another one of my favorite pictures of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. This is not a picture. Actually, I'm going to do this when I come back from commercial break. Welcome to the presentation. So you can say the first part was my monologue, my news report. Editor's comments, right? Let me see what Lavender Soul song I am going to play. Melanie, what Lavender Soul song would you like to hear, Precious? I am also going to play some music in the background a little later from Ravi Shankar. So Ravi Shankar, I am using your music. I am not trying to steal your music. I'm trying to share your heart, India's heart. Ooh, how did that just come together? Which I know you intend. To bless the world with your expression of God, your beautiful music. That is my intention, to be a catalyst and a carrier for your expression. So thank you. I don't own copyrights to the background music if I choose to play it by Ravi Shankar. Melanie wants to hear the song that I wrote with Lavender Soul, the one with my son crying. So let me tell you the quick story. We're going to be here for a while. Get you some popcorn. Turn the music loud while you go TT. Get you some food. Get you some drink. Whatever you got to do. I wrote this song, and I had all the band members and the violinist and the most phenomenal piano player you've ever heard in your life. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. You may have heard virtuoso pianists. It pales in comparison to this man. It's genius. So we recorded the song, and I knew I was going to snip out a section because I wanted something cool. I wanted to fall away and go into a very magical space right there. Right there. That gate, that love, that garden of the soul. And then one day, my son was crying when he was about 4 months old, 3 months old. I was like, so I kept agitating him so he could keep crying. Shame on me. I booted up my computer, opened my software, and recorded this snippet you're going to hear midways. I did not manipulate the soundbite. You will notice that his crying has an actual cadence and perfect meter of the song. This is called What Am I Looking For? That's a question we often ask ourselves. What am I looking for? We may have ideas. Sometimes we just don't know. And our intention to ask, what am I looking for, is what will present it.
Inside. What am I hoping for? A better world, is there a cure? What can I do to help the score? I'm at a loss, I'm just not sure. What am I praying for? To see the light around the world and the people's love restored. Peace on earth, of this I'm sure. Where do you go to find your answers? There is a place you haven't tried. Your search for love is taking chances. Have you ever thought to look inside? inside.
Thank you for the beautiful request, Melanie. Let's get down to the presentation. I always do my homework. I always do my setting up these videos. Why do I go through such lengths? If I was on a desert island with a computer and I didn't need money, I would do this. Whether anyone is here or not is irrelevant. I do this every day. Why? Because it fills me inside. Fills me inside. So, with that being said, I have some videos for you. Let me get my notes to see what order. Before I get to the videos, I want to ask everyone. You will see it on this screen. I'm going to enunciate it for you. At the bottom of this screen, you will see Om Sri Sai Ram Guru Deva Datta. Om Sri Sai Ram Guru Deva Datta. Om Sri Sai Ram Guru Deva Datta. You can always come back to this point in this video and write it out phonetically how you need to. I'm asking you to please say this at least 108 times a day. It'll take you every bit of about 7 minutes. Om Sri Ram Guru Deva Datta. Om Sri Ram Guru Deva Datta. Do this 108 times a day. 1 in 8 is 9, which is the divine number. Its completion is wholeness. Things are happening in the world. Word has gotten to me through someone from a holy man that says it's important that this mantra becomes a part of your experience because it will keep you safe. Whether something happens or not is not the point. If nothing happens, it means it works. If nothing happens, it means God bless you. It's not a fear, doom, and gloom mongering kind of idea. It's because you are plugged in as a light worker, as a creator, a co-creator for that which you want in your human experience. So now I'm going to play a couple of videos for you. Of course I will. I got to find them. The first video I want to show you is Sathya Sai Baba, the avatar behind me in the picture, the window frame. He's going to create this ash. This ash has a meaning, which is, it's a warning to the recipient to burn all desire, attachment into the fires of eternal worship. Let go. Warning meaning, heads up, this is your time. Don't miss the window. That's why I put it on my third eye and say, Dear Lord, be with me, let me see. To greater capacities I could not before. He's going to materialize this at will out of what looks like to be a vase. In America, we call it a vase. Or an urn-looking device. You can use your skeptic, analytical mind to debunk this all you want, but you can't. Here's the nugget, the magic, the sweetness, the nectar. When you come to the point that you realize that is it possible what Keith is telling me is true, something is going to be born inside of you. Wow. And what would that be? The truth that everything is possible. With God, all things are possible. Sai Baba, God, all things are possible. With Yeshua, Jesus the Christ, all things were possible. Swamiji Viswa Yogi, all things are possible. Sathya Sai Baba. Sathya Sai meaning mother, Baba meaning father. He's androgynous. He wasn't male nor was he female. He was the divine Godhead personified on this earth. This picture you are looking at, he had a devotee by the name of, I think it's Dr. Let's give the credentials. It makes it more real. Dr. John Hislop. They were going to a dry river bottom to perform a ceremony. And as they're walking in this dry river bottom, Sathya Sai Baba pulls 2 twigs off of a tree branch and holds them in the form of a cross. And he asked John Hislop, he said, "John, what is this?" He goes, "Well, Swami, that's a cross." Sai Baba blows in his hand 3 times, and there lay this crucifix. He said that hole in the middle at the top is called the standard. It's what they used to hoist up the crucifixion crosses of all the, quote, criminals. He told John Hislop, he said, after 3 breaths only, God breathed life into existence. After 3 breaths, he told Dr. John Hislop, he said that it took me some time and trouble to find the actual piece of wood somewhere in the universe that existed 2,000 plus years ago. He was making a joke. And there lay this cross, made of the actual wood that Christ was crucified on. Take that in. Here's the video of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba materializing this ash spontaneously. I want to show you on purpose the bells and the whistles, the tricks, the things that get your attention, like, ooh. So that once I get your attention, you can get my intention. Because through this video, you will shift from trying to find out the parlor trick in all of this to, oh my God, what is it I'm actually experiencing? Enjoy it. I don't know what that commercial was, but anyway, you get it. Hi, Sandy. Wanda, hi. Katerina. Carmen Shasha. I said that earlier because I got your name right, finally. I called you Skya. Let's keep moving forward. Some more video. What I want you to observe is the grace of this avatar. It's always the eyes. It's the eyes. If the eyes are the window to the soul, then people who are divinely God illuminated, you can see the fire. You can see the violet flame in the eyes. You can see the super consciousness in the eyes. You can see the cosmic awareness. Knows that I am sitting here in this squeaky chair talking about it. You can see it in the eyes. He glides on water, so it looks like. He just manifested that rice he threw on that person. What you are looking at is the embodiment of the Godhead. Blessed are you to be receiving such Shaktipat, which means a transference of energy from God to you. My God, you are blessed. Look at the eyes. Look at the disposition. Look at the posture. Look at the cosmic confidence. Carolyn, he did not reach total awareness. He was born with cosmic consciousness. But yes, he is fully illuminated. Absolutely. The mantra I put up is what Mary is asking about. What does it mean? I will interpret that shortly. My best attempt, at least. So I want to read something my dear friend Mylan posted a minute ago. Often, you know, I talk about Yana Va. Va, action, the backbone. Ya, the heart, God, will. Na, the mind, intellect, reason. True reason, not nonsensical monkey-minded stuff. Let me find it. It's worth it. I want to acknowledge my brother Mylan. He says, I hope I didn't lose it from the feed being so fast. He says, Va, in our world, I think he's from Italy. I'm not sure. Please forgive me. I don't know where you're from. But he's not from our local place. America. He says, Va, in our world, is the name of the longest river in Slovakia. He's from Slovakia. In Slovakia, the longest river, eternal, that which goes on forever. Va translated also the meaning scales. Levels? Someone said something about my chair. Now don't be busting my balls about my chair. I actually went to the store today to get a chair. And then I thought WD-40 didn't work. So those blue lights we saw in the sky earlier, when I showed those transformers blowing, they're asking, was the sky blue because of the transformers blowing? Or was the fact that the sky was blue, it's what was blowing the transformers? Let's keep moving forward. Welcome out, everyone. Let me see what I have on the agenda on my list, and we'll get down to the... here we go. This is from the Sai Baba Gita. Oh, someone wanted me to translate. Mary wanted me to translate this. Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta. Anjana, if you're still here, I need your help. Sister. Bahan. Anjana is still here. Help me, Anjana. Let me give it my best attempt before Anjana comes here and makes me look silly. Om. primordial sound of the universe, that which holds everything together, even though those things that we see as separate. Om. It's a primordial sound. Om. Sri is a title like Sir. Sairam is God. Guru is obvious, teacher. Deva, I'm not so sure about. Datta is the name of a Lord, a universal Lord. Now I'm curious to see what Anjana says. Basically, it's calling on an aspect of God to keep us from peril, to keep us from safe. Keep us safe. Keep us in alignment with heaven and earth. Elwood, I can't get into the mechanics of the chair. That's the problem. It's not the lubricants I'm using. I can't get into the mechanisms of the chair. Anjana, help me here. I'm going to wait for Anjana. Saddam? See, it has various meanings. Saddam. Mylan says, Yanava coming to Va. I would love to come to Va, brother. Help me get there. I'm going to move forward. I don't see behind reply. And I will look again. Let's continue with the presentation. So I want to read you something from the Sai Baba Gita. Sai, mother, Baba, father, Gita meaning song. Sai Baba asked, suppose you are asked, who created all this multiplicity in the world? Who is responsible for all this variety? What will you answer? The correct response is, there is no multiplicity at all. The one divinity remains as one forever. You mistake it as many. The fault is in you. Correct your vision. Remove your delusion. The divinity did not change into the world just as the rope did not change into a snake. In the dark, you mistook the rope to be a snake, but it remains a rope. So also, the absolute remains as one, but in your ignorance, you see it as world. The world of diversity stands on one leg called delusion. Cut that leg down, and this world falls. I often tell you not to identify even me, meaning Sai Baba, with this particular body. You do not understand. You call me by only one name and believe I have only one form. But there is no name I do not bear, and there is no form which is not mine. After long searches here and there in temples and in churches, at last you come back, completing the circle from where you started, and find that he for whom you have been seeking all over the world, for whom you have been weeping and praying in churches and in temples, on whom you were looking as the mystery of all mysteries, is the nearest of near, your very self, the reality of your life, body, and soul. Assert it, manifest it. You as body, mind, or soul are a dream. But what you really are is pure existence, knowledge, and bliss. You are the God of this universe. You are creating the whole universe and drawing it in. To gain the infinite, the miserable little prison individuality must go. Follow the heart. A pure heart seeks beyond the intellect. It gets inspired. Within you is the real happiness. Within you is the mighty ocean of the nectar divine. Seek it within you. Feel it. Feel it. It is here. The self. It is not the body, the mind, nor the intellect. All these are simply manifestations. Above all these, you are. You appear as the smiling flower, as the twinkling stars. What is there in the world which can make you desire anything? So my sister, Anjana, she either bailed to tend to family or she's just being silent. Either way, I love both. All right, I'm going to play a Lavender Soul song. I'm going to come back and we're going to get down to the part of this presentation about my sojourn to the Earth's heart, Mother India. Yeah. Be right back.
I lift you up to your most high. Cherish the time when you walk by. I see you in my life for all time. I've touched your face 1,000 lifetimes. I know the way you talk in rhymes. The breath you take is part of mine. As you float before my eyes, you touch my hand, it makes me cry. Touch my hand, just to know you're there. Just to know you're there. So here we go again, lifeless ones with a friend. Another chance to let love in. And in another life, our eyes will meet one more time. I see you in my life for all time.
How cool is that? If you want a copy of Lavender Soul, let me know. I'd be more than happy to send it to you. One thing I would like to share with you. Hang on, let me bump up my camera. It looks a little dark. I know it seems anal, but and so what? There we go. And one more moment. So when I finished this book, literally, the moment I finished that book, got off my chair, to go to use the bathroom, I closed the document. I said, thank you, God, for 15 years of a wonderful journey. And my phone rings. And it's a dear friend of mine to tell me about this beautiful man. Saying he found me spiritually, astrally, and asked me to interview him on Center of Light Radio. Ignore the image on your right. There's always light phenomena around Swamji. So now I want to tell you about my excursion to India. One moment. The camera on my side seems very dark. Let me open this up and do this thing here. There we go. That changes a little bit. So, I learned of Satya Sai Baba many years ago. And he started coming to me in dreams because I started reading books and books and books and books. And he was standing across the river, a couple 100 feet, and began to talk to me telepathically. Saying, Keith, come to India. So I'd love to. How will I get there? And he said, Keith, put your logic, your disbelief, all that nonsense aside. I will take care of it. Prepare yourself for India. For Mother India, my sojourn to the earth's heart. I woke up the next morning and go, wow! What I experienced in my sleep was so amazing. It's beyond reality. Beyond reality. At least what we know it to be. Inviting me to come to India. So I wake up in the morning thinking to myself, I'm going to India. Hello, Rosemary. Two weeks later, I get a phone call from a lady I've never met by the name of Debbie Jabbour. She says, hi, Keith. My name is Debbie Jabbour. Word got to me through a mutual friend that you want to go to India to see a holy man. I said, that's right. She says, Keith, I'm a flight attendant. I have round-trip passes still available because as a flight attendant, I didn't use all of my passes. Can I give you a round-trip ticket to India? Wow. This actually happened. Three months later, I am on a plane to South India to see this divine illumined man. On my way there, everyone ish I encountered was psychic beyond the wazoo. They were telling me where to go, though we did not speak the same language. I was guided, I was guarded. I went alone. When I left Memphis, Tennessee, I got on a bus. I got on a plane. I'm thinking two different phenomenal aspects of my life. I got on a plane and I flew to Michigan. When I left Michigan and I was crossing the Atlantic Ocean and I was headed toward Amsterdam. It's that part of the journey when you're going to sleep for a few hours to kind of kill some time. The whole plane was quiet. Everyone was sleeping. They turned the lights down. So I finally was done with my sleeping and I opened my eyes. And the flight attendant that tended to me earlier was walking down the plane from there toward me. And I cannot believe my eyes of what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the flight attendant walk toward me. At the same time, I'm seeing Satya Sai Baba superimposed over this woman. And they're making their way toward me. And I'm losing, literally, my mind. Because my mind cannot understand what is transpiring. And Sai Baba superimposed over this woman finally gets to my row, moves into the aisle, moves into my row, and Sai Baba sits in a seat next to me. And begins to talk to me. And he says, Keith, you had no trouble realizing, allowing this experience to happen as to why you now sit in this plane going to South India to come and see me. So why is it so difficult and troublesome for you to believe that I just walked down this aisle and I'm sitting right next to you? And he disappeared just like that. When I got to India, as soon as I get to Bangalore, after sitting on my previous flight layover on a concrete slab for 6 hours, it was brutal. But that's the point of it all. Satya Sai Baba wants you to come to him when he was alive. You can still go to the ashram, still have the same effect. He doesn't have to be physically present. To be worn down and, quote, broken. Because now you're open and ready to receive. When I was in Bangalore, North India, I'm sitting on the concrete slab against the wall for 6 hours, fall asleep, only to have somebody butt me with the end of a rifle. I'm going, what the? To tell me, Saddam, no worries. Saddam, no worries. I know where you are going. Go back to sleep and I will let you know when you need to go, where you need to go. I said, how do you know this? He goes, I know your kind. I know why you are here and where you are going. So on my journey to Bangalore, as soon as I get to Bangalore, everyone knows you're an American or you're a white person and you're going somewhere and you want my services. And so cabs and rickshaws, And so everyone who controls these vehicles are like, Saddam, Saddam, do you need my help? Do you need my help? And something told me to ignore all these people, to follow my intuition. And I was guided. Someone approached me. He felt right. He said, Saddam, Sai Baba Ashram. I said, yes, how do you know this shit? He says, oh, we know. And I got in the car. And we drove for 4 hours over unpaved road from Bangalore north to Satya Sai Baba's ashram. I want to see who's still here. Hello, everyone. Yeah, my sis Anjana disappeared. I thought she would. So after a few hours into the journey, after I met the cab driver, he says, Saddam, I see you writing all the time. What's with that? I said, I'm writing a book. He said, oh, so you're an author. I said, well, I like the idea. He says, do you have another ink pen? I said, yes, I have a few of them. Why? He says, would you mind giving it to the children in the next village where you and I could stop and get a soda pop? He called it a soda pop. I said, sure. I said, how many children? He said, 7, 8, maybe 9. I said, well, what will all those children do with one ink pen? He said, trust me, they will know exactly what to do with it. So we pull into the village. I step out. They see white man. They see bling bling. And all these beautiful, my God, children from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old rush to me. Saddam, 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 you have something for us, Saddam, Saddam. Yeah. And then they're all bouncing up and down as they surround me. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do for these children with one ink pen? And then I went, I know exactly what to do. The first little girl, I drew a watch and a ring. Then everyone else was saying, do me next, Saddam. Saddam, do me next. Do me. And I did it to as many as I can. And the cab driver came out of the store with soda pop. Said, Saddam, we must go. We must get on the road. We got to get you to Sai Baba. And the first little girl ran into the house, yelling out loud to her mother, calling her Amma, which is mother in Hindi, to show off her new jewelry. I can't possibly think of a more beautiful story I could ever tell you. So we get back on the road. We've got about another hour ahead of us to get to Sai Baba's ashram. And the cab driver asked me probably the most beautiful question I've ever had put to me in my life. After an hour, he said, Saddam, are you ready for your experience with Satya Sai Baba? And I said, yes. He said, good, because we are here.
I will be with you always until the end
You will never be alone. I am.
All of my life, all of my days, I feel you there beside me. All of my lives, all through my days, I've seen places far away. Wondering just when, time and again, I have come to know you. Wondering just where, time and again, you are there beside me. When I create, when I feel love, whenever I feel you with me, I celebrate times of my life. There is only you and me. Help me know that.
It is my will that you know me. I will not hide my love from you. You create your reality, and every moment by your own perceptions, your judgments, actions. Peace is a state of mind. Bliss is a state of heart. Heaven is a state of being.
Deep in my heart, I know you're there. I can always feel you guiding my life to see the light that will lead me to the truth. When I create, when I feel love, whenever I feel you with me, I celebrate times of my life. There is only you and me. For you are my mother,
My soul.
my divine lover. I celebrate times of my life. There is only you and me. Help me live.
So I moved through the ashram gates of Satya Sai Baba's abode of peace. I go to the orientation office, and the first thing I am asked is there anyone with you? I said, no, I'm alone. He said, I am going to partner you up with someone. I said, sure. So I go to my room. $1 a day. It's like a dormitory. And a few minutes later, this guy busts through the door. Hello, my name is Darmir. I'm from Croatia. I said, hi, Darmir. He says, are you aware of the fact that you and I have the same birthday? And the miracles and the alignment start immediately. Immediately. When you're in a place oh, wow, amazing. The magic is happening already. And it doesn't stop. It's relentless. And it keeps coming to levels you can't possibly imagine. So as soon as I get to the orientation office, the gentleman behind the desk says, already knowing because he's psychic, says, have you ever been to Sai Baba Ashram before? Knowing the answer. And I said, no. He says, run down the street as fast as you can. You got 15 minutes before Satya Sai Baba comes out. And it's called Darshan, which means blessings of a holy man. And I'm running as fast as I can. Take the right turn, take the left turn, and there's Kuwan Hall. I walk in, and because I got there so late, I'm way in the back, and I'm okay. I'm okay with being way in the back. My work is not going to start till tomorrow. Today, I'm just observing. And a few minutes later, through the west little bitty gate comes this little bitty man, 5'1", of towering divinity. Because the music gets quiet, everyone turns to this way. Sharon, I think you went to the ashram, is that right? So if that's the case, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. Murmuring 35,000 plus people are there daily to see God. And the greatest miracle I can ever impart to you, even though he can create things out of thin air, is the fact that people from all religion, all walks of life, got along. They didn't just get along and tolerated each other. It was way beyond tolerance. It was love. That we all saw the same truth and the one fire that permeated their own religion. Hindi, Christian, Muslim, Buddhism, clerks, firemen, police officers, government officials, housewives, everyone there to be a part of the divinity that called them there. And the feeling, oh my God, being on the ashram, you never want to leave, ever. Ever, ever, never, never, ever, ever, never. And the only reason you would ever choose is because you had to. But if you had your choice in the matter to bring all the had to with you to be in this experience, you would do it in a drop of a dime. So I'm in the back. And Sai Baba walks in, and I'm pinching myself literally. Is this real? We talk about dreams being realized. We realize our dreams. I literally had a dream where Sai Baba came to me, and 3 months later it was realized. Realized. Because I'm standing on the ashram and ending on, oh my God, this is happening. And there God is. I wanted to learn the protocol. I wanted to learn, what is the word I'm looking for? The etiquette of how it was all done. Next morning, 4 o'clock, the alarm goes off. You get your breakfast on, whatever, you get your shower on, you brush your teeth on, and you start marching yourself towards Kuwan Hall. Sharon says that is so true. Twice. Oh, you've been to Baba's ashram twice. I am so jealous. Jealous again. Now Satya Sai Baba comes out. Let me show you who Satya Sai Baba is again. This is Sai Baba. This is Sai Baba. He comes out about 7:15 in the morning. He also comes out about 2:15 in the afternoon. He gives darshan, which is blessing of a holy man, twice. So, Keith, why do you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning simply to walk 6 minutes down a path to get to where he's going to show up? And he shows up at 7:15. Why? He's teaching you something. He's teaching you patience. You have to want God's reality as much, if not more so, than your next breath. Because God's reality is what provides you with your next breath ongoingly. Teach you how to sit and be quiet and patient and wait. And now you sit on a concrete slab at 4:30 in the morning when it's cold, even though it's India, night is cold when it's cold. You sit there for 2 whatever hours. Then that sun starts to peek its way across the horizon. And then you start getting hot, blistering hot. You're sitting on a concrete slab for an hour and a half, only to be called at random to usher you into the Kuwait Hall. So the next morning, when I got finally into Kuwait Hall again for my first day of active, intensive, intentional work, there's like 16 rows, give or take. And you don't go first just because you're on row number 1. They call them out at random because it's all God's orchestration of where you would be placed. Row 5, stand up. I was on row 5. 5th person or whatever back. I went in first. That means Sai Baba is literally from where I would be sitting to 5 feet away from me. God is walking 5 feet away from me, as if he's gliding on water. It is a sight that only few will ever have beheld. It's amazing. I did not know what to do with all that power and light. That light engulfs the entire ashram. You feel it. And there's no denying it. Whatever your doctrine, creed, code of sect is, imagine that your chosen Lord, your chosen deity is walking in front of you. And you have the opportunity not only experience, but to touch their garment. It will change you. From bones to soul, it will change you. It will rearrange you. So when I was in the ashram, Sai Baba would walk around pointing to very few people, we call them the lucky ones, who was blessed to have a personal interview. Probably like 10, maybe 12 per darshan, per blessing. Everyone wanted one. We call it interview-itis, as if it's a disease. And you get to personally talk to Sai Baba. Ask God a question. Or you don't have to ask anything because he knew what you were going to ask. And he would lead into a conversation with you about what you know, what you were going to ask, and tell you everything about your grandmother who's been deceased, whatever he wanted to tell you. The level of beauty when you have 35,000 plus people in one vicinity with the same aspirations and intentions for unity consciousness, there is no way that you cannot feel it. It's palpable. It was thick. It was dense. Sai Baba would often, when I was blessed to be close to his proximity, it doesn't matter where you sit. You can sit in the back of the frickin' ashram. You're going to still feel it and experience it as if you were there by his feet, because his light engulfs the entire abode of peace, the house of God. He starts turning his hand. He would manifest ash, manifest gold, whatever he wanted, heal you on the spot. Wherever he goes in Kuwan Hall, you don't start talking to your friend next to you. You realize and understand, oh my God, literally. So you never break focus. So you have 35,000+ people. Steadfast focus on this divine energy. And when he starts turning that hand, everybody's going, uh-oh, here we go. And they all have napkins and they're wiping the drool from their mouth. Because we like bells and whistles. We want to see God create something in front of our face. 35,000+ people begin to hyper-focus and hyper-fix on this experience. And I've often wondered if Sai Baba, and I'm sure it is true, he could do it alone, draws in all this focused power to bring about the manifestation of that what he wants to will forth. And like in the movie Star Wars, use the Force, Luke. He's drawing in all this conscious power. Here's the magic. Sharon will attest to this. I don't know that she feels this way, but she's going to send me 1,000 exclamation points and say, this is absolutely true. Because she was there. When Sai Baba begins to materialize something, it's like we all went to the place where the object was in a non-material form, and we all brought it back together. It's like a remembering of an aspect of ourselves we'd long forgotten. Sharon, would this be true for you, dear? I'm going to wait for Sharon's response. I'm looking forward to seeing those exclamation points. Shortly, I'm going to tell you a beautiful story about this experience I had with Satya Sai Baba. I was a grown man when I had this experience, but you could bet your sweet bippy when I had the opportunity to do what this young man is doing, I was back in my innocence and I was that very child. I was that child. I don't see Sharon's exclamation points. Maybe she left. Enjoy some Lavender Soul. We have lots of commercial breaks. No big deal. We're here for all, as long as we need to be. And until then, why not simply sit back and take a breath? Breathe.
Trust that I will guide you in whatever you do. Just remember to breathe and do your very best to live in love, give in love, be in love, and love you shall receive.
what I want to be and see, what I want to see and want, knowing God is by my side. There is nothing I need to know. All the wisdom's in my soul. All along I knew the way. Time has told me every day to breathe, breathe and expand myself, to know there is no one else but me and God who's in my heart. So I'll breathe, breathe and expand myself and know there is no one else but me and
I first learned about the presence of this avatar some years ago. After teaching a spiritual class, a friend of mine came up to me and we began to talk about some pictures that donned the wall. There were pictures of Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, and the like. When we were almost done, I asked my friend who was that in the picture last in the lot. He proceeded to tell me that his name was Sathya Sai Baba and is known to do some pretty miraculous things, like manifest ash out of thin air. I was immediately intrigued. From that point, I began to read every book I could find on the life of this divine man. One night during sleep, I was visited by Baba, asking me to come to India to experience what he had for me. Although Baba's words in this dream were few, the impression spoke volumes. It was a feeling, a knowing, a premonition, a vision. How will I get there? Where will I get the money to be able to go? How do I put all this together? How long should I stay? I asked Baba. Keith, you have to learn to transcend your doubt and disbelief. If you come here just to put your feet on Indian soil, only to turn around and go home, this is what you should do, said Baba. I woke up that morning trying to figure out if my experience was meant for me to take literally or not. Back into my head I went. How do I go about making such a journey happen? Where will I get the money to do this? When should I go? How will I get there? Then it dawned on me. If God invited me to come to him, any logic would have no bearing whatsoever, and everything will unfold on its own. All I have to do is be aware of spirit moving and follow the signs that will begin to present themselves. 2 weeks passed as I constantly entertained the possibility that I might go to India and be in the presence of a holy man. Just when I thought my spirits couldn't get any higher, my telephone rang. Hello? I answered. Hi Keith, my name is Debbie. We have a mutual friend by the name of Nadam. He told me that you were planning a trip to India, but was not sure how you were going to get there. So I felt compelled to call you and help you out, she told me. What do you mean? I asked. Keith, I am a flight attendant, and every year I am given buddy passes for my own personal use. But if I don't use them, I can't carry them over into the next semester. I thought you should have one for your trip to see your holy man, she said. I hit the floor. I cried, and cried with such immense joy that I called everyone I could think of to tell them of the miracle that had just taken place in my life. While I was in India to see Sai Baba, I saw more miracles in the 2 weeks I was there than most people will ever see in a lifetime. I was blessed to see and experience the divinity of this little 5'1" man. To see such a sight is to see grace as if gliding on water when he walked. Miracles upon miracles were not only around me, but happening within me. Creating ash, gold statues, and the spontaneous changing of weather, to name a few of the things that took place on the outside of me. But expansion, conscious elevation, and experiencing the universe is what took place, to name a few, within me. But the greatest miracle was to see people from all over the world, England, Iceland, Germany, France, Italy, China, Japan, Sweden, Russia, New Zealand, Australia, South America, South Africa, from every denomination, Hinduism, Judaism, Muslim, Buddhism, Christianity, and in every kind of profession, monks, clerks, priests, scientists, doctors, lawyers, waiters, truck drivers, government officials, housewives, all there to see the master that called them. Sai Baba incarnated before in the late 1800s in Shirdi, India. Then he was known as Sai Baba of Shirdi. His mission was to bring about secular integration between the Muslims and Hindus. He slept one night in a mosque and another in a temple. He wore the cloth of Muslims and ash on his forehead in the Hindu tradition. Baba achieved unity between these two faiths and brought peace to the region. The mission of Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya meaning truth, Sai meaning mother, and Baba, like in the Bible, Abba meaning father, was to help people see that God lives within each and every person. This avatar has bellowed the divine flame in millions of people worldwide. In the very near future, this same divine energy will incarnate again as Prema Sai. Prema meaning love, and again Sai meaning mother. This will be the final lesson for humankind that will teach not only does God exist in each and every person alone is God. The most powerful and amazing thing that one can have is an open mind, a mind ready to receive truth, no matter how it may show up. Without such readiness, grace will only pass on by and fall into the hearts of those who yearn for it. Your life is not a dress rehearsal. Grab hold of it by opening your mind, your heart, and your life to experience the glory that is your divine birthright. Fret not, let others be in their worry, for it is not your task to dwell on what others may think of you. Your life should always be in the aim of blissfulness. Pray, meditate, and treat all people with respect and kindness, for we are all brothers and sisters of the human race and in the family of oneness, God, or the unified field. May you completely withdraw from all the fighting that happens through racism, separation, and judgment. Spread the light, ease into bliss, for those who do are the meek, and they shall inherit the earth. You feel me? So when I was on the ashram, maybe a week I was into my sojourn. Again, I was first row. I can tell you, more so than not, I was always on the first or second row. Mostly the first, more so than not. And they lay out red carpet with lotus flowers every step that someone can take on this carpet. And I've never noticed it until one particular day, and I was always first row. I couldn't see it. I wasn't ready to see it. And so a Seva doll which translates to a person of selfless service. Because we had some time to kill, he says, Saidam, have you ever touched or kissed Sai Baba's feet? I said, no, I haven't. He said, maybe today is your day. I want you to listen to what I'm about to tell you. Was it a coincidence? What is coincidence? Two things coinciding. Saidam, have you ever touched or kissed Satya Sai Baba's feet? And I said, no, I hadn't. He said, maybe today is your day. And like a divine script, when Sai Baba came into Kulwant Hall, he made a beeline towards me. And I thought to myself, do I do it? Because often, when Sai Baba approaches people, he'll do this thing that means no. In other words, you're not coming at me, with me, to me, with the right intention. You cannot sully my sacredness. Not now. So, knowing this, I had the same reservation. And I thought to myself, do I do it? Do I do it? And then I realized he's either going to say no, or it's going to allow me to have it happen. And he did. And he does this thing in all his glory, as I was able to kiss my Lord's feet. I cannot, in fact, maybe I shouldn't, attempt to express to you what it is like to humble yourself to a space so great that you're knowing knowing that you're touching the Godhead, be it in the form of a man, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, Sati, Sai Baba, or in the form of spirit. It's a very humbling thing. And he allowed me to touch his feet, and I kissed my Lord's feet. And I realized in that moment I was being set up the entire time. My dream, going to India, it being realized day after day after day, and all the miracles that I was able to experience. One such as being able to humble myself to a level of divinity that I was able to take divinity into myself. That I actually kissed the feet of God. And it splits my heart wide open. As if I'm there doing that very thing right here and right now. Pre-ask, what does the envelopes mean? Pre, you were not here earlier, so I'm going to explain to you what it means, beautiful lady. People write letters to Sai Baba when he was alive. He died. No, excuse me. He didn't die. He left the physical plane in the form of his own physicality on Easter morning 2011. 2011, which is 4, which equals power. He took the letters because people have concerns about their life. Pray for my mother, heal my son, this, that, the other. Sai Baba already knows what's on those letters. He knows it. He knows it. But he actually reads them word for word because he wants to show the same devotion to his devotees as to why you wrote to him. He literally reads every letter he receives, whether he opens it up in the form of an envelope and physically. On some level, he reads them because you are important to the all. And without any of us, any one of us, the universe cannot exist. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is there to hear it, does it happen? No, it does not. Hello, Percy, my old childhood friend who I miss beyond measure. Drummond extraordinaire. Sound man, I miss you, Percy. So this is one of my experiences when I was in Mother India. I'm going to play another Lavender Soul song. Melanie is already saying yay. Lavender Soul is my spiritual band. Original music. Made with members of the Memphis Symphony Orchestra. We're doing a new album. I'm going to be right back and share another beautiful miracle with you when I was in India. Mother India. My sojourn to Earth's heart. And since our topic tonight is about India, let's do a Lavender Soul song about India. The music, the sitar. I played this guitar sitar. It's just sounded so freaking cool. Love it. Enjoy it.
when my world is dry, oh so dry. In the summertime I won't have no water. Oh, the wait, it's a little bit harder to as I contemplate a billion stars, leaving my hands to fate. That's all I've got, all I've got. In the summertime I won't have no water. It's a little bit harder to
So when I was in India, Mother Earth, Mother India, the Earth's heart, I was asking about this event called Super Bharatam. And one morning, well, when I was asking about the event, someone said, if it's aligned for you, you will be a part of it. That's all you need to know. So one morning, about 4 o'clock, I wake up and I'm running down the street. Don't know where I'm running to. 4 o'clock in the morning. Just running down the pathway. And I see two Indian gentlemen sitting against the curbside. And I say, Saddam, where are you running to? And I said, I have no clue. He said, maybe you're coming here. And I said, where is here? And they said, Super Bharatam. I said, uh-oh, maybe I'm supposed to be here. So I say, what's in there? And they said, Super Bartram, that's going to happen in about an hour. And I said, well, do you mind if I close my eyes and get some sleep? And they said, go ahead, we'll wake you up. About an hour later, they wake me up. Saddam, time to wake up. Super Bartram is about to happen. So they open the door, and all these men usher into this little bitty room, probably small. In fact, if you look at my guest house, which you're seeing now, where these lights are here, to where you can see over here, enough to fit 20 people and 20 people, 20 women and 20 men. They keep you separate on purpose because they don't want distractions, sexual, lustful distractions. Not that it's bad. They just want to keep you focused on the reason you're in Sai Baba's ashram in the first place. So I'm in there. Shh. Saddam, be quiet. Don't look at the women. Obviously, on the other side, they're saying, shh, Saddam, be quiet. Don't look at the men. So we're ushered into this little room, and Hindi music starts to play. Because there are musicians in the front playing these indigenous instruments. And you are in the temple of God. I mean this literally. You are in the temple of your heart. And when I was in this room, I could see, but I couldn't see. I couldn't see everything clearly. That's like looking at 640 definition versus 4K. Couldn't see clearly. No matter how much I tried. But I did know enough to know there was a horse, life-size statue of a horse with Arjuna in a chariot, pictures of Sai Baba's first incarnation, pictures of Jesus, Buddha, so forth and so on. This was the holiest of holiest places on this earth. And I was in it. And outside was 35,000+ people in Kuwan Hall who 5 minutes before Satya Sai Baba walks out of the west gate, a gold bell begins to be resounded 3 times. Bang, bang, bang. And 35,000+ people go into the Om chant. The primordial sound of the universe, Om, 21 times. 35,000+ people's consciousness goes into this experience with the intentions of contacting God, to awaken him. That's why he comes out of the gate. That's why you have to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning. To have the intention to awaken the Lord upon the planet. And inside this little bitty room, 35,000+ people's intention and auditory sound of Om is funneled into this room. Not only is it powerful when you're in the experience on the outside, but this room is acoustically designed to where the universal life current of God is being pumped through your experience. And my body began to vibrate so high, I lost consciousness of my body. It was gone. My body melted off of my soul. And I'm left there with myself, my true self, my soul. It's like the breath of God was moving through me. Like thunder, like divine thunder. And after 30 seconds of that bliss, it's over just like that. And they say, Saddam, get up, be quiet, exit, please, now. And it's over. Just like that. Just like that, it's over. When you're in a place of such divinity, and you don't have to go to Sai Baba's ashram to experience it, you can do it at your church. You can do it at your house. You can do it being quiet because you like waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning when everyone else is asleep. You can have this. We all have this. It's all our capability. It is truly about what you want for yourself. When I was writing the Divine Principle halfway through it, when I was in India, I didn't want to make India about my book. Second week into it, I said, today's the day. Sai Baba is walking around the ashram, gracing humanity with its glorious, divine, infinite presence. I decided today's the day. When he got to my proximity, I said, I was thinking about asking that question. Should I keep writing this book? Because I've been doing it for 4 years. Or should I put my focus and energy elsewhere? Give me the same sign you gave Robert Priddy, who was an author, who wrote about his time in India with Sai Baba. Give me the same sign, because Sai Baba pointed to Robert Priddy in the crowd and said, he was one of those lucky ones that Sai Baba says, I want to talk to you later. He says, by the way, when I did this in the air, I was telling you to write that book about my experience. So when I was in Sai Baba's ashram and I asked about writing my book, The Divine Principle, should I continue? I thought, if this is the truth of it, give me the same sign you gave Robert Priddy. As soon as I said that, Sai Baba's hand went up in the air and started doing this. I was like, oh my God, is this happening? I'm human. I doubt. I did doubt then. I don't doubt anymore. This was the year 2000. We're in the year 2019. I don't doubt anymore. So back then I went, oh my God, is this happening? If this is really happening and you want me to continue writing, show me that same sign you gave Robert Priddy again. And he went from here to over here. And he's writing in the air. And then I went, oh my God, this is really happening. Once, cool. Twice, really cool. Third time is a charm. And he went from here to here to here. And I opened my eyes. And he's pointing at me. Saying, basically, telepathically, you can no longer deny it. You see me, and I see you. And together, so I'm going to come back shortly after a Lavender Soul song, and I'm going to close. Thank you very much for allowing me to share my beautiful experience with Mother India and my sojourn to Earth's heart. There are always 56, I think it's 61. Either way, you get the point. God realized people on the earth at all times, holding down the light. Holding down the light. One more Lavender Soul song. I'll be right back. I'm going to close. I'm sure Yanava, maybe Sati Sai Baba's personality is going to come through. We'll see. Stick around.
till you walk by. Something happened inside my heart when you walk by. And no, I never knew love. What did I dream of till you walk by? You know I never knew love. What did I dream of till you walk by? Till you walk by? Till you walk by? Till you walk by? Till you walk by?
Thank you, everyone, for letting me share my heart with you. My sojourn to the heart of the earth. My time with Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, God in the form of a human being. I love you. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do a 3-hour at least presentation from 9 o'clock till after the first of the year. I'm going to ring in the new year with you and you with me. I have lots of bells and whistles to make it fun. Your life is about fun. If you're not having fun, you're existing. You're not living. Live in bliss. Live in your joy. That's all you got. It's truly a choice. Are you living down the plane of non-change and living in time that seems to drag ass? Or are you moving up the mountain, topping it, coming across towards the plane of never-ending bliss? That's the choice you got. I'm going to fall inside Yanava. Actually, Yanava / Satya Sai Baba. What is the difference? A whole lot, but not really. You have been given darshan this evening, blessing of a holy man. Why did this presentation come about? How did it come about? Without a doubt, in and out, here you sit. With the experience of the vessel that has offered you something very monumental. For this level of magnitude and power of divine light and presence to enter your experience, blessed are you, I tell you, Satya Sai Baba. As been said in this presentation a little earlier, you have been called by none other than me, none other than the I, the divine I of which you are. I'm bringing you into my divine fold. The experience that is older than what you can even possibly fathom, understand, and imagine. Imagine this. And the bliss, if you keep following the path that you are, I insist that you will ever exist in a place of true consciousness. And then you will feel your eternity. You will feel your immortality as you move into principality of your own existence. Living you will be finally you will be living when you understand that your life is always forgiving those who have wronged you, but also forgiving those who can help you right yourself. Are you right within yourself? Or are you left? Have you left your true self behind? Right, left, right, left. The dichotomy presents itself yes again. And in the middle is the center. The wholeness, holy. That which is whole to that which is true. That which is forever. That which is you. I will not take up any more of your time, but I will leave you with a simple rhyme and reason. Are you not in the season for it? Happy holidays, as you say. But when you allow yourself to meditate and pray, you will see that it is Christmas and holiday every day. Don't sway or buck from the current of the truth. And that truth, my divine child, as Satya Sai Baba grants you a token, a blessing, grace. Breathe, believe, receive. Breathe, believe, receive. Breathe, believe, receive. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. The Year of the Pig celebration, initiation, integration, and graduation 2019. Get on the train to Ascensionville. Don't be left behind. Don't believe the blind. Be mindful. Remind yourself of your worth. Because I know what you're worth. You're worth everything to me. Everything. I'm not asking you to be alive on the planet I want you to be. That is not where my love is for you. I want you to live in bliss regardless of whatever level of existence that you are experiencing. That is my heart. That is my love for you. Do what you need to do. Not while you're on the earth. Do what you need to do between now and forever. Go back home. Be aware. Be prepared. Love yourself and those around you unconditionally, without fail. And everything else will pale in comparison. Happy New Year. I'll see you tomorrow night. Blessings. Infinite blessings.
beyond belief is what you're moving through. Create your dreams and things in you. Flying over the earth, above the clouds, touch the stars. Come walk with me, share my truth, the love I feel, created you as the soul breathes through me and you. You'll see the world from a different view. Flying over the earth, above the clouds, touch the stars. I am the only one, there is no other. The Father and the Son, sister and mother. What is this pain for you? Why don't you seek the truth? What can I do for you, beloved?
सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ओम गम गणपतये नमः ओम गम श्रीं लक्ष्मी गणपतये नमः गुरुमध्ये स्थितं विश्वं विश्वमध्ये स्थितो गुरुः गुरुर्विश्वं न चान्योऽस्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः विश्वश्रीनिवास गुरुदत्तं विश्वश्रीनिवास गुरुदत्तं विश्वऋषीश्वर हृदयनिवासं विश्वऋषीश्वर हृदयनिवासं विश्वश्रीनिवास गुरुदत्तम् अपुरूपं परमाद्भुतरूपम् अपुरूपं परमाद्भुतरूपम्